Hello everyone, you are watching the Chrissy B Show and I am Chrissy and I'm here with Excel today. Hello Excel.
Hello Chrissy.
And we have a few things that we are going to show you today, such as I'll be revisiting my Chrissy challenge where I learned to sword fight. You would have liked that.
I really would have loved that.
You get your own back on me. And we also have the self-development clinic with Chris Browne today on the attitude of gratitude. We also have Cynthia Liza Gregoire talking about knitwear and a related fashion exhibition called Knitwear Chanel to Westwood. And we'll also have our fitness tip on something a lot of us desperately want to know, how to get a flat tummy. And that's of course with Jane Wrafter. And I'll be answering a question from a viewer who wants to spice up her sex life. But first of all, let's go to the news.
Hello Chrissy. I had to start this segment off with a bit of mushy news, which is something right up my street really. A coffee shop worker by the name of Matt Skeen decided to propose to his girlfriend of 4 years by writing it out on a till receipt.
A till receipt?
I know, it was a bit cute. You'll understand why in a minute. Underneath an order for cappuccino, he wrote, "Sarah Louise Nicholson, you are the best thing that ever happened to me. I want to ask if you do me the honor of being my wife. Will you marry me?" He actually put it on the receipt. Printed on the receipt.
Oh, how did you do that then?
He works at Costa Coffee.
Oh.
And so he kind of tricked her a little bit actually, because he told his girlfriend, he works at Costa Coffee in Central Station in Newcastle. And he told his girlfriend that he needed to pop into work to check his rota. So she went in with him. Then as he went into the back room, the manager of the shop asked if she would complete a survey, send the feedback via text message, which she apparently had done before. So just to kind of get feedback maybe on a new product or something. So after sending the text message, he then printed out the receipt and gave to her, like to sort of say your message has been entered into the so like the feedback scheme. So at this point, she took the receipt from him and looked at it and obviously saw what we just saw earlier, and she read it. I think she said, according to her, she said she looked at the receipt because she was looking for a mobile phone number, which would sort of enter her into a prize draw or something. So as she looked at it and she read the receipt, it was, oh my gosh. Ah. So we have the picture of the lovely couple. That's them there, and they're winning tickets. And he said she was reading it. She said she was shocked, but she's happy, and it has been
nice. Well,
a long time coming,
isn't it?
Yeah, I think all these different creative ways of proposing. You know, we've seen the whole sort of, what do you call it, skywriting. We've seen the writing in the sand, reading from the helicopter. We've seen the Coke bottles in the fridge. We've seen now.
I suppose it's a lot cheaper as well, isn't it?
Well, it's about making the most of the resources you have. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yes.
Well done, you.
Well done.
Well, moving on to somewhat of slightly serious news, which I thought this would be good to highlight, because we often see the whole thing about how people spend money, say they go overseas and not forget to take off their roaming, and they end up getting lots of charges, etc. Yeah. But on this occasion, a young boy ended up spending an unbelievable amount of money on his mother's iPad while he was watching Minecraft videos. He was watching the videos on his mother's device during a power cut. So whereas he was on the Wi-Fi in the house.
Okay.
And so when the power cut happens, obviously Wi-Fi gets cut off.
Yes.
So he carried on the 3G, which was on the in the tablet.
What was the bill?
It originally was £718.59, but because she couldn't pay it, it has now risen to 1,209.14 pence. So this is the thing. So the Wi-Fi switched off. So the 3G.
This is while they're on holiday.
No. This is in the house, as in they were
in their
at home.
house. Oh.
This happened in, where did they live? This happened in, is it Manchester or somewhere? I know it's in the UK. It doesn't. I can't see it here now. It's in the UK, and so
they should
literally
make some allowances for that, because that was.
But they've said apparently this is a Vodafone network, and the Vodafone spokesman said we're carrying out a thorough investigation. But they have sort of said to her initially they said to her she would have to pay it, but now they're saying they will investigate.
So
but I think they should, because it's really sad. The poor boy as well, when he was told,
when should pay for it or be let off.
Well, they're saying they're going to investigate. I suppose that's just corporate speak for let's talk about it with the other board members. maybe, because the poor woman, she's a mother of 4 who's on benefits herself, and she was devastated by the huge bill. But the boy
help her out, guys, please.
I know, it would be really great if Vodafone just kind of like, on this one occasion, just it's not going to shut your business down. You're a big corporation, you can afford it. So, and the poor boy was crying as well when he came back from school. The mum told him he was really sorry that he'd done this. But he's only 8 years old and he didn't realize.
Bless.
So I think you should let them off. Yeah.
Maybe he could write to them.
I think we should. Yeah.
Do a little video for them. And then make sure there's no power cut when you send it or upload it.
Yeah, whilst you're uploading the video, yeah. Okay, moving on now to slightly news more up my street as well, because this is really crazy. A Tottenham Hotspurs fan has decided to change his name to White Hart Lane.
Oh dear. Oh, stop
His
it.
name is already Gary Lane. So he now wants to change his name to White Hart Lane because, however, Tottenham at the moment, Tottenham are having they're still under, I suppose they should be finished by now. I don't know whenever they're finishing. They're undergoing changes and refurbishments, and they're moving to a new venue, but that hasn't fazed him. We have a picture of the delightful fan surrounded by all things Tottenham. You have the White Hart Lane sign there, you have another White Hart Lane. He's got all the different, he's surrounded by all White Hart Lane stuff. So he's from Woking in Surrey, and he's absolutely besotted with Spurs, and so he wants to prove his love, apparently. He's been watching, he's been going to Tottenham to watch White Hart Lane, sorry, the other way around. He's been going to White Hart Lane to watch Tottenham for the last 40 years. So now he's paid officially to change his name to Gary White Hart Lane. Really? Really? The mind boggles. But anyway, so not everybody is apparently happy with the arrangement, because his mother nearly fell over when she heard the news. She's either not a Tottenham fan or she just thinks it's just foolishness. But I'm sorry, Gary. Respect to you.
Wow, that's what you call a fan.
Indeed. Do we have time for some more?
I think so.
Yes? Okay, let's do this. This was quite interesting because I have to say this is very hilarious. A 76-year-old man from Malaysia was apparently pestered out of his own house. So this is a 76-year-old man. He was pestered out of his own house by his 70-year-old wife.
Oh.
Why? Because she wanted to clean. And he basically was so irritated by her. You know what he did?
What did he do?
He climbed up a 9-meter-high coconut tree to get away from her.
He's in his 70s, isn't he?
He's 76. He was like, I've had enough of you, woman. The last straw that broke the camel's back. He actually went, I couldn't believe it. He actually went up a nearby 9-meter-high coconut tree. The worried wife now pleaded for 3 hours with her sulking husband to come down, but finally resorted to calling the local fire department. With the assistance of a ladder, the man only known as...
Do you have a photo for this?
No, I couldn't find it. There wasn't actually a photo in the... I think by the time, if it was England, probably someone would probably be filming the whole thing, knowing them. But yeah, apparently he was only assisted down with the aid of a ladder, and he was basically he was brought down safely, but...
Wow, his wife must have been really nagging him.
She must have nagged. She must have nagged some chronic. Not good.
Poor love. Baxter, you're going to stay with us?
Certainly.
It's more thrilling news items.
For sure.
Not the usual stuff that we hear on other news channels, but, it's all fun. Thank you very much. See you later. But do stay tuned, because after the break, we'll have Jane's fitness tip on how to get a flat tummy. And we'll also have our self-development coach, Chris Browne, talking about the attitude of gratitude.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back. Now, before we go to Chris Browne, let's first take a look at our fitness tip from Jane on how to get a flat tummy.
Hi, I'm Jane. Welcome to your fitness tip for the day. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to get a flat tummy. Everyone wants a flat tummy, and lots of people make the mistake of going to the gym or at home and doing thousands and thousands of sit-ups, and that's not the best way to get a flat tummy. What you really need to do is engage your deeper muscles, your core muscles, and then one of the best ways to do that is by doing a plank exercise, and I'll just show you what that looks like. If you put your hands under your shoulders and create a straight line from your shoulders down to your feet, and then lift your belly button up inside your body. After a few seconds of holding this, you'll feel that you're working here in your tummy. If this is a bit difficult for you, you can pop your knees down, that makes it easier. Try not to sag the hips though. Keep your hips lifted and really use your tummy muscles. And you know what? The longer you hold this, the better. So, you can hold this for a couple of minutes when you get really good at it. Sit and watch TV while you're doing the plank. That would be great. The more you do it, the better. I'll show you another one as well. If you lie on your back and lift your knees up in the air, rather than just doing a basic sit-up like this, you get more benefit if you recruit the lower abdominals as well. So if you go into a twist like I'm doing now, and keep your hips really still, and avoid rolling from side to side like that, it really works across your lower abdominals, and extending the legs away engages your core muscles, and you get the benefit of working your muscles up here and down here as well, like this with a twist, or simply straight out like this. Both are excellent exercises for the lower tummy. So give those a go, and I would say try and do abdominal exercises every other day, even if it's only 5 or 10 minutes, it'll make a really big difference.
Thank you very much, Jane. And now we have Chris Browne with the Self-Development Clinic.
Hi, Chris.
On the attitude of gratitude.
Attitude of gratitude. Doesn't that just ring?
It's lovely.
Attitude of gratitude.
So that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. So I was saying, attitude of gratitude. What we're talking about here is showing appreciation. But it's said that if you tend to go around saying thank you all the time, that it's a case of too much appreciation, low self-esteem. Personally, I don't actually agree with that. I mean, most of it being brought up saying, well, thank you. Do you say thank you?
Yes, polite.
It's natural,
Yeah.
it's polite. Yeah. Now, the truth about it is things have changed. Good has turned bad, and bad turned good. So we look at the things of which is gratitude, and we don't do it anymore. Now, it's really important to actually show gratitude and think about all the things that you've got to be grateful for each day.
Yeah.
Now, in saying that, gratitude actually is a protection to your immune system as well. Would you believe that?
No, I didn't
It
know.
actually has something to do with your immune system. Now, in saying that, it's how you show your appreciation actually makes you happier. It makes you a happier person, which, if you're a happier person, your self-defense inside is actually built up. Your immune system is working very well. Now, most people say, well, what's that got to do with it? But it's got quite a lot to do with it. You'll find that showing appreciation for everything that you've had in your life, or for the people you've met along the way, will make a difference to you. Now, the other area is this.
I think it makes a difference in different ways, because, like, for example, if you do something for someone and they really appreciate it, you want to do more for that person.
That's
but
it.
Sorry, was that your next point?
No.
Oh, good.
No.
Okay. I want to take over his slot. But then if you do something for someone and they never appreciate it, it's not that you're doing things to get a thank you necessarily, but if you see that it doesn't even bother them, or it doesn't mean anything, and they don't really show respect or understanding for what you've done for them, sometimes you really go out on a limb for someone, you're going to eventually not have any happiness to do that for that person.
Exactly.
Although you might still do it,
Yeah.
but it's not going to be the same. You're more likely to get a response when you're actually giving, when you're appreciating what someone's doing for you.
When you just said it, when you're giving, which is one of the areas of volunteering. Do you know, volunteering actually lengthens your life, they reckon, right? Because the fact of actually showing gratitude and volunteering to help others makes a difference as well. One, it actually lowers your blood pressure, believe it or not, and it actually helps with your mental health as well, doing the idea of volunteering. I mean, ourselves, we work with charity as well, and tend to do a lot of volunteering. And apparently it's meant to lengthen your life and keep you more
that's
it at the end of the day. You know, I could think about many times I've done volunteering, and at the end of the day, when you finished, there's something that actually feels different, something that feels good about it, and there's a lot of gratitude going on at the same time. So we've got to think about it. Is gratitude good for you? Yes, it is. Have the right attitude towards the whole idea of your gratitude. Now, in saying that, we're talking about the whole idea of attitude and gratitude. Keep saying this, we want to drum it home. A good thing to do is this: write out a list of people that you could actually say who's come into your life at one point or another and you felt thankful to them. Write out a list. Write a letter to somebody and say what you appreciate them, how you appreciate them, what they've done for you. Sometimes people come into your lives, sometimes people move out of our lives, but they came into your life for a reason and they shared. You've got to give back that gratitude to it and see what it actually does for you as well. I'm not saying be grateful just to, you know, self-gratitude about yourself. Be grateful, give some back, see how it turns around back to you as well.
It helps
Makes
the
a
other, I
big
think it
difference.
helps the other person to grow, because like you're saying, if you were to write this letter or email to this person, maybe that person doesn't actually realise how much of an impact they're having on people's lives, and maybe they'll even say, you know what, this isn't really helping anyone, so I'm just going to stop. But once they get something from you, that even encourages them to do more.
Yeah, it does.
And helps them to grow as a person.
It grows, it makes a difference. I mean, how many times you've seen emails or you received an email along the way, even doing this as well. You're giving quite a lot at the same time. I've run workshops, and workshops I've forgotten about, sometimes even some like a year after. And I've received an email saying about how someone's life's going. And it makes you feel so much different at the end of the day. You're contributing towards. So attitude of gratitude, that's the right attitude to have.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Chris.
Pleasure.
Have we finished?
We are.
We have finished. Okay then,
We are.
thank you so much, and we'll see you again next time on the Self-Development Clinic. Okay, do stay tuned, because after the break we'll have Cynthia's styling, so don't go away.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back. We're going to be going to Cynthia in just a moment, but let's take a look at one of my challenges. Today I'm down in Caledonian Road at the Fighting Fit Fencing Club, and obviously my next challenge, as from the title, is fencing, something I haven't done before. I'm up against Priscilla today. Now, I didn't quite think this one through because I forgot she's actually quite competitive and quite sporty, so I'm not sure I'm going to win this one. But Priscilla, are you looking forward to this? You haven't done this before, have you?
Never, but I'm looking forward in winning.
Oh, do you see what I mean? Okay, so let's see how we get on then.
First thing first, you have to salute your opponent. Front of the floor. To your chin. Ceiling. Chin. Floor. On guard. Ready. Fence. Hold. Attack is off target, so no point. On guard. Fence. Hold. Attack is good. Point. Score is 1-0 to the right. Holds. Attack misses. Counter attack is good. Point. Score is 2 to the right. 0 to. Holds. Attack is good. Point. Score is 2-1. On guard. Ready. Fence. Holds. Misses. The attack is good. Point. Score is 3 to the right. 2 to the left. Ready, fence.
Right, so I've just finished my fencing session and I'm here with Kate and Alex, who are instructors for the day. Very young instructors, I have to say, because you're only 16 and you're 18. But have you guys always been into fencing?
Yeah, I'm probably from the age of about 7, so yeah.
Sorry, I'm speaking the microphone. You're really quick. I was watching you earlier.
Practice a lot of time down here, yeah.
Okay, is this something that you've always dreamed to do, or was it you just grew up with it? How was it?
I sort of grew up to it, but then grew into it at the same time, so sort of same thing really, I guess.
Okay, how about you?
I started when I was 7, at the same kind of age, and it's just kind of exploded from there. It started as a hobby, and now it's my full-time occupation.
Now, to get to a certain level, a good level, how much training do you have to put in?
I train 6 times a week most of the time. Yeah, by myself quite a lot, but a lot of time I train here in the evenings, yeah.
And how long do you have to do for each session?
Usually it's 2 or 3 hours each night, yeah.
Must keep you nice and slim and fit.
That's definitely a plus, yeah.
Okay, and Alex, what about this place in general? What kind of people normally come here?
Well, we have all sorts. We have right down from being very young little kids all the way up to elderly couples. We had one gentleman and his son. The guy was, I think, 89 and his son was 50 odd, and he had promised his son right from a very little age that he was going to take him to a sword fencing class, and finally they did it both when they were very old. So it was a lovely thing.
Now, I noticed it was quite sort of strenuous, got quite sweaty, so it's a good sort of form of exercise as well, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. It's definitely hard working, but it is hard, yeah. There's no other way of saying it, but it's really hard.
I definitely had fun. Thank you so much. You've both been brilliant, and all the best with your competitions in the future. Thank you. Well, we've reached the end of our challenge, and Priscilla, darling, you beat me by like 1 point.
Yeah. Yay!
As I did tell her at the beginning, she was quite competitive, and I was a little bit afraid of her, but she wasn't too bad, a bit gentle. Yeah. But it was really fun, wasn't it? I loved it.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was really, really nice.
Okay, so that was it for our challenge. I lost this one, but I will win next time. See ya. That was great fun, and now it's time for Cynthia's styling. Hello, my love.
Hi, Chrissy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thanks.
Got a lovely rail here, but you're going to be talking about it in just a moment.
That's right, yeah. So today's topic is actually knitwear. And I was very inspired by an exhibition that I just viewed at the Fashion and Textile Museum here in London. Do you know where that is, Chrissy?
No.
It's by London Bridge there. It's
is
really
it?
cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
They have an exhibition on that's running for quite some time, and it is called Knitwear Chanel to Westwood, and they're basically featuring through the decades all the different knitwear, from starting from pretty much the 20s all the way up to present. So you have all these, you have all these amazing pieces by people like Vivienne Westwood, Comme des Garçons. We got Chanel in there, Julian MacDonald, and it really is just sort of this artistic, gathering of all these artifacts. Mm-hmm. So it's really worth a look. And I just have a couple slides here that I was inspired by. The first one here, this one is Coco Chanel. And she made the classic striped jersey twin set in neutral colors. And this became a very classic piece in the 1920s. You can go to the next slide here. She was very much said that girls should dress comme des garçons, or like the boys kind of thing. So knitwear, it's a very important fashion textile technique. There's different types. There's crochet, there's knitting, and we have hand knits and machine knits and all that kind of thing. So I just wanted to go through some of the garments that are in knitwear for this season. But before we do that, Chrissy, I'd love to go through our outfits for today, what we're wearing. So Chrissy, I'll start with you. I've put Chrissy in this fabulous number from DVF, and it's called the Rose Dress. But you can just see here, it's got different prints throughout. It's monochrome, and it just works so well. I just love the way that the pattern sits on the body and the relaxed sleeve. It's just really easy to wear.
Like this dress.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I thought I would carry on with the monochrome theme myself, and wearing this herringbone sort of 60s sort of suit by Ganni, which is a Danish designer. And I've paired it with my black go-go boots, which I found on Etsy. And just really simple, very modern, minimalistic, and just really easy to wear. Lovely. All right, so let's go to the rail here. I
love the rails.
I do as well. You notice I've put a lot of color and pattern in today, because I mean, we always have the colors that we can go to, but I just wanted to show you some things that are happening. Let's start with menswear. We've got 2 pieces here. We've got This one here in Canada, we call this one houndstooth, but I'm told that in England you guys call it dogtooth. So we have this lovely pattern for men, and also we have this military referencing here.
I love that.
I do like that one as well. So you can see there are a lot of patterns for men this season, as well as, you know, your classic by Barber here, the kind of repetitive and all the colors.
I'm not sure about that one.
Really? What's wrong?
I think it looks nice for a woman, actually, that one.
There's lots of this in that
Yeah,
exhibition.
okay.
It actually is quite a historic pattern sort of thing. Something that I think is quite hitting down hard and is going to be amazingly on trend in the future are capes, shawls, and ponchos. And although, you know, it is kind of still warm, Chrissy, at night we can still throw these on. And I just think those are fab.
They're lovely. I love them.
And I love the fringe one. It, you know, really moves. We're seeing a lot of just patterns. I have this lovely cardigan jumper by Banjo and Matilda. They are a designer from Australia, and I love the star pattern. It's just fun, it's easy, it's casual. You know, it's just.
What would you wear that with?
This one I would put sort of with like a skirt or maybe shorts. I'd maybe do that even with a denim. Yeah. It depends what kind of look you're going for, but yeah, that's more of just a casual, relaxed look. American Vintage always comes out with just very like nice,
bright,
comfy. Give that a feel there.
Oh, that's lovely.
Whoops. Lovely cashmere knits.
It's cozy, this one.
Really big and cozy. You put that with leggings, that kind of thing.
And a nice hot chocolate.
Absolutely, a good book, you know, that kind of thing. Carrying on, we have, again, we just have some, you know, different playing with the lines and the colors. I do like that one too. So again, there's this animal print reference that I keep referring to throughout the season that you're going to see. I was quite surprised to see that we still had skulls. These have been trending for years and years now, so I guess there it is for the skull lover. Do you like skulls?
No.
I don't. I'm not quite. We have a bit of a military
kittens.
Reference here. Yeah, kittens.
Cuter, much cuter than skulls.
Military reference there. And this is what I was going to ask you here. We have this, look at this one here. It's like a clashing of houndstooth or dog tooth and the leopard.
Wow, that's
so isn't that cool?
That's lovely.
I really like that one.
Unusual.
And we have like a more of a like sort of like a party sort of evening look there that would look fabulous with like black leather pants or black jeans.
Nice.
Very nice. You put a little cami underneath. And Chrissy, what do you think of that one? Do you like that one?
Yes, nice.
This is again that Danish designer Gani, but it's just got a little bit of texture to it and just a little bit fun.
Nice.
But
we've got 30 seconds. Have we got time to talk about this one?
Oh, sure. This one is just a knit, again by Gani, a knit skirt. So knitwear is just not just tops, it also can be bottoms.
Yeah,
but can I just point something out really quick? Can you hold up these two? And I'm gonna hold up these two. And what do you notice about them? Menswear, women's wear. We've got similar patterns.
That's true.
So, you know,
definitely
watch for that on the high street.
So me and my husband will be walking
there
down
you
the street
go,
wearing the same thing. All right.
different.
But
Love
different.
it.
Yeah, lovely.
Cut, so
Thank you so
that's
much,
about
my
it.
love. That was really interesting. We'll know what to go out and buy now. Thank you. Okay, so do stay tuned because after the break we have more news with Excel, and I'll also be answering a question from a viewer who wants to spice up her sex life.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back. Now I'm just going to cover this question from a viewer, and she has put her name. It's Linda, and she says, my husband and I read the 50 Shades book and we've been inspired by how great their sex life was. I know it's only fiction, but we need something like that in our relationship. We're open to new ideas and think it could give us a new lease of life in the bedroom. But what else do you think we could do? I love my husband and don't want to lose him. Now, Linda, first of all, I have to say I haven't read the book myself, but as you rightly say, it is only fiction. But my question to you is, why are you afraid of losing your husband? And are you just looking for new things because of fear? Because if you're only looking for new things because you're afraid of losing him, then that's not healthy. So I do agree, yes, you do definitely have to have a great sex life, and this is very important for a successful relationship. but I'll be careful what you introduce into your bedroom. So for example, some couples actually think that by watching porn together, that it's going to spice things up. But what generally happens, and this is also according to research, some of them end up depending on watching porn to even get things moving. So it's like they've lost that desire for each other, and they have to have porn before they can do anything together, which is not healthy. So I think that's starting to tread on dangerous ground. So you do need to know how to please each other, and that's done through actually talking. Why not just talk to each other and find out what the other likes? And actually, me personally, I think a great sex life starts from before you even hit the bedroom. It's the way you treat each other. It's the way, you are during the day with each other, the affection that you share. So then when you do get to the bedroom, it's really good. So I would say don't be afraid of losing him. If you respect him, you treat him right, you're faithful to him, why should he leave you? And if, after doing all of that and he decides to actually get up and leave, then he didn't deserve you in the first place. So I do hope that's helped you, Linda. And if anyone else has a question for me, like to ask what I would do in your situation, do email me on chris@chrissybshow.tv. But now it's time for some more news with Excel. Hello, my love.
Hello. I'm back.
You are
with
back.
Some more.
With the lovely purple hair.
Well, in the clip, in the segment before, I talked about the frustrated man that went up the tree. So now it's about a frustrated driver. Well, let's just say the poor man. Well, I say poor man, but yeah, you will understand why in a minute. This man is a driver who was taking kids from a high school in Wigan, and he was obviously kind of dropping them off at home, as along the route they go. But the children wouldn't stop pressing the stop button.
Oh, that's annoying.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Although he told them to knock it off, the incessant dinging continued. And I've been on a bus before, regular London transport bus, and they've been doing that, and I just think, oh, what would I do if I were the driver of this bus? I'm telling you, I was actually going through different scenarios in my head. So when this man actually, he told them to stop, they wouldn't stop, and he was unwilling to carry on any longer and couldn't tolerate the noise. He locked the doors.
Oh, no.
And he drove them around town, refusing to let them get off. So he drove round and round and round, and then their parents were obviously waiting to pick them up at certain points. That's the bus. What? It's not stopping. So some parents actually joined in the pursuit of the bus. This is hilarious. And oh God, I had to laugh when I read this. And they actually had to pursue the bus, and then people started banging on the windows and asking to get off. I'm thinking, oh really? Have you had enough now? Have you had enough of the bell ringing? Right. So now the kids were actually begging to get off the bus because they just, he was just carrying on. And I think they must have thought, what's going to happen to us? What's going to happen to us? And a mom actually said, I appreciate that someone shouldn't have pressed the bell, but the correct thing to do would be to speak to school about the misbehavior and not take them on a wild goose chase. Really? Really?
Oh, I have to agree with the mum because, okay, I know he got frustrated, but at the end of the day, that could be quite scary for the kids, like not knowing what if they think, oh, this guy's gone crazy and he's going to try and kill us or something. I'm just saying.
Well, they shouldn't have done it then. I'm sorry, bus driver, I am on your side.
You don't kidnap children in a bus.
Well, it's not really kidnapping.
Because they're only kids. They're just going to be pressing the button. What's wrong with that?
Well, then they should learn that without such naughty behaviours, it shouldn't carry on like that. And I think it was very good that the man taught them a lesson, because I think sometimes, I know we kind of talk about this lightheartedly, but I think sometimes though, we kind of get a bit too delicate and a bit too politically correct with certain things. He didn't harm them. He didn't flog them. He didn't beat them. He didn't shoot them. He didn't.
Excel, if you as a parent had your child in that bus and you know that child was supposed to be dropped off, and you see this bus driver that looks a bit angry and crazy, not open the doors and be driving around with your child inside, wouldn't you be a bit concerned?
Admittedly, I would be concerned, but in the light of learning the details of what will happen, I would actually tell my child off even more that he even joined in now.
Tell your child off after, not after being kidnapped in a bus.
Well, I think kidnap's a bit strong, really. You see, I brought a controversial topic today.
Agree to disagree. Or maybe you can give us your opinion by emailing chris@chrissybshow.tv or going to our Facebook page. Do you think the bus driver should have kidnapped those children or not? You visit the Chrissy B Show on Facebook.
Kidnap's such a strong word.
You got any more before?
Yes, I do actually. Well, keeping in the school theme, this one's from America. A teacher has been fired for sticking up for a young boy who was bullied. Believe it or not.
Really? That's sad.
The young boy's name is Malachi Gillis, who's 9. He was subject to racist taunts since the day he started school at a primary school in Phoenix, Fountain Hills in Phoenix. And it claimed that the school administrator did nothing to help him, about what was going on. So his teacher, Pam Aister, decided to come to his defense, and the school board claimed that her behavior was threatening, and so they decided to dismiss her.
Who?
What had happened is, I think, based on the behavior of the bullies, because it seems like there were 5 of them bullying this boy, Malachi, she then said to the bullies in the classroom and said, Malachi is in my room now. He is not alone. When you pick on him, you pick on me. It's not 5-1 anymore. It's 5-2. That's what she said. That's what she, that's
And
the
she
report.
was fired for that.
Yeah, and they said that her behavior was threatening. So, sorry, another thing she said was, there will be no more taunting, teasing, or racial names called. That is not acceptable anymore. Do you understand? So that was it. So it's no longer 5-1, it's now 5-2. There will be no more taunting. That is not acceptable. And I just found that a bit peculiar.
Maybe this is why some children are afraid sometimes to talk about bullying, because they don't think they're going to be supported.
Exactly. But the mum of the boy was saying, look, why is she fired for doing something she's supposed to do? She's eventually moved him to another school, but she very much supports the teacher who stood up for her child, because he was getting all sorts of name calling. The children were telling him, because
the parents aren't around to protect the child, so the next most responsible person is supposed to be the teacher.
Exactly, because he was getting all sorts of names. They were telling him he belonged to a zoo, calling all sorts of racial names and all of that. And so, and the teacher has been in that school for 25 years. And she says it's a sad way to end her career, because she says,
but she did the right thing, and that's what matters. So
absolutely.
She ended it on a high, I reckon.
Absolutely, I agree. So,
Time for one more.
Do we have time for one more? Okie dokie.
Indeed.
Well, I can just about get one more in. Well, this is a feel good. This is a bit of a feel good. I don't have photos because I found a video, but it wasn't very clear, so I didn't want to bring a grainy video. But there is a man called Larry Evans who is 57 stone.
No.
Yeah. But he has bravely decided to start losing weight. And he started going to the gym, and he posted a video of himself losing weight, and he posted it on Facebook. But because he was starting, by the time you get to that weight, you're starting to lose certain physical ailments start cropping up. So he says he wants to, he's committed to stay alive and be as fit as he can, to lose as much body fat as he can. He started working out 4 months before he posted his first video. He was 800 pounds, so that's 57 stone, and now he has shed 159 pounds since then. This is America. He put his video on Facebook, and he says, and he allows anyone to comment, but he says, please do not judge me. If you have nothing nice to say, keep it to yourself. Get up, get out, and do something. And sure enough, he's been having people willing him on and saying, well done, good for you. And so he's doing very well. In the videos, you see him working out, going on the gym, doing the push-ups or doing the rowing machine and all that. So he's really taking it one step at a time. And I wish him very well as well, because it can't be easy, especially putting yourself
Keep going.
out
We're
there.
behind you, aren't we?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Excel, my
You're
lovely.
welcome.
And we'll see you again next time on the shows. Right, so that's it for today, folks. But if you want more information about the program, you can visit the website chrissybshow.tv. And just to leave you with food for thoughts, I would say enjoy and look after the people and things that you have in your life, but don't let them become your world, or else you will live in fear. The real treasure is always inside of you. See you next time. Bye-bye for now.
My reaction whenever I lose my phone.